Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I figured I'd pop in and say what's up. So over the last year, I feel like I've gone through so many different devices, but I think I found the one that I'm actually going to settle with. I've bought and tested a ton of different devices, but haven't really made any content on them. But this one I was actually really excited to share about. I've been watching a ton of reviews and actually decided to pull the trigger on this one. With a lot of the different handheld PCs, I always felt like there was something I was either nitpicking at or just little mild annoyances, but actually after having the GPD Win Mini, I don't think I've really had any of those type of moments or complaints. I find myself just diving right in and playing and enjoying the games. So this one's been a very much welcomed addition to my gaming PC setup, and speaking of adding to your gaming PC setup, this video is sponsored by Ugreen. I love partnering with the guys over at Ugreen because I'm actually a regular customer of theirs, and I've bought a ton of their connectivity and power accessories. They've made a great docking solution for you guys who need to expand ports on handheld PCs and connect them to larger displays. This one right here is the 9-in-1 expansion dock that has a ton of USB ports and even micro and standard SD card slots. If you're connecting external storage, this is great for transferring all of your games and files in seconds. It's equipped with HDMI and DisplayPort, also has power delivery 3.0, which gives you 100 watts of power and charging via USB-C, as well as gigabit Ethernet. I use this thing to connect my gaming mouse, keyboard to the handheld PC, and then also get that hooked up to the 4K gaming monitor. The best part of it all is that it has this nice cradle and stand that's designed to support a variety of handhelds like the Steam Deck, the Ally, Ayaneos, GPDs, all those. And just a quick side note, this does allow you to use turbo mode on the ROG Ally because of the 100-watt output. So this is how I have mine set up. It's great for converting your handhelds to a full-blown desktop setup for gaming and productivity. Some of you guys like the idea of turning these into your all-in-one solution, and I think this could be it. So thanks to Ugreen for sending this dock out to me to check out. If you want to grab yours, they're having a massive sale, so check out the links in the description below. Anyways, this is the 2024 GPD Win Mini with an 8840U. It's nearly identical physically to the first model from last year, with the exception of the display having the bezel shifted up just slightly. But yeah, if this is the first time you're seeing this, this is literally a mini laptop with built-in controls. On the back side, we have a USB-A and micro SD slot, a switch that allows you to use the joysticks and triggers as a mouse, and as well as USB-C ports. The triggers have surprisingly decent travel to them. Doesn't seem like any sacrifices were made despite the real goal of this thing to be a compact design. The shoulders have a light click, little micro switches, very much like the Nintendo Switch. It has this nice subtle textured grip where the top of your palms would rest. I didn't really appreciate them until I started getting into longer sessions, but one of the main attractions I'd say is this keyboard. It seems insane because we're all used to touchscreens on these devices, but having something with tactile feedback has definitely helped me type with more confidence. I always hated shifting my deck or my Ally at these weird angles, maybe with one hand whenever I needed to type something quickly in game, but on here it's just so convenient. The joysticks aren't really anything special, but that's expected to have recessed sticks in a handheld that needs to close like this. They are Hall effect joysticks, so I don't really worry about abusing them as much. I really did enjoy the face buttons and the D-pad, very close to the clickiness of PS Vita buttons. I've put in a ton of hours on the Mini, and it's just odd going back to any standard controllers now. The feedback and feel is just so precise versus rubber membranes. I think for most people, there may be a short adjustment period to having the buttons and sticks right next to each other. It's definitely an unconventional layout, but it works in this form factor. I was actually very impressed with the cooling right out of the box, but I decided to use some PTM 7950 on the CPU, and I did see temps come down by another 5 degrees Celsius. While playing games at 15 watts, I literally feel no heat. At that TDP, playing modern titles in 1080p, I'm getting an average of about 2 hours of battery life, and so for less demanding games, expect way more. This has easily become my designated Final Fantasy XIV machine when I don't want to sit at my desk. I think a big part of why it feels so comfortable to me is that the device is much more narrow versus having controls span out wide from the sides of the display. They're directly below it. Of course, you can emulate everything up to the PS3 generation. Switch runs great. I do quite a bit of 3DS emulation, and at lower TDPs, the battery's going to last you a lot longer. I know that the Ally X is coming out next month, but to be honest, I'm actually satisfied with the Mini. Don't think I'll be switching or upgrading anytime soon, or until the next big flashy thing is announced. So be on the lookout for my reviews this month covering some other Android handhelds, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.